to days 6 and 7 of Vlogmas. I think I forgot to mention at the beginning of Vlogmas that I will be doing what I did last year and putting Saturday and Sunday together in one video, mainly because I just don't do that much on the weekends. I mean, sometimes I do, but not enough to upload on Saturday as well. Today's Sunday. When I'm recording this, it's actually pretty late for me. It's about 8:45 at night, and so I'm in my bedroom near my nonfiction where the light is a lot better. The animals might be more of a problem. I'm sitting in their bed / water bowl area, so you may see them come in and out, but nothing new. Saturday really just ended up being a at-home day. I did go out for a little bit, went to the thrift store, found a few things, but that will be more talked about in my goals for the new year, or things that I'd like to do in 2026. And if you're not familiar with, I live in Georgia, and Saturday was a big football day for Georgia. I am not a huge football fan. Not a big fan. But living in the South, it's hard not to get excited about championship games in college football. I did not go to UGA, University of Georgia, but my sister did, and I work very closely with some of their staff in my job now. So yeah, I was watching the Georgia game yesterday, and they did win the SEC championship. Yay, go Dogs. And I mean, their mascot is a cute little wrinkled bulldog. What's not to love? So that was really Saturday. I tried to read and I just could not focus. My focus has been really bad lately, and the book that I'm currently reading doesn't have an audiobook. And I am listening to an audiobook that I started today, Sunday, that I'm reading with a friend of mine. And I'll tell you more about that later in the week. Today, I want to talk about something that I didn't realize YouTube did, and I don't know, did they do it last year and I just totally missed it? They did kind of a wrap up, kind of showing what your most watched channels were for 2025, and I just want to talk a little bit about them. Give some shout outs to some of my favorite booktubers. So at number 5 was Leandra at the TBR0. I'll link everybody below. And Leandra is the best at coming up with very creative TBR games, and I love playing them. She also is really into mysteries, the Golden Age mysteries, which I do hold very dear to my heart. That's kind of what my mom liked. She liked the romance stuff that I don't like, but she also did like the Golden Age mysteries like Agatha Christie. And a number of my Agatha Christie books are from my mom. So yeah, I definitely watch Leandra. I do sprints when she does sprints. If I am available to read, I'll do sprints with her. She does great with the sprints. So if you haven't checked her out, definitely go check her out. At number 4 was Brittany Loves Reading, who I can't remember if I found Leandra first and then Brittany, or Brittany and then Leandra, but they're both friends in the booktube community, and I feel like I found them through each other. I don't know who was first, but I had started to try and get into romance, and I had done, I feel like I had done kind of some clicking. Like I searched for romance recommendations, and then clicked and clicked and clicked, and all through whatever the algorithm pulled up for me. And then I got to Brittany. Brittany is a joy, and she reads some romance. She reads more fantasy than I do. I don't really read fantasy at all. I've tried a few that Brittany really likes, and I just can't get into them. My brain just has a really hard time with suspending belief. It is who I am. But Brittany also does sprints, and she used to read a good amount of mysteries, which she doesn't anymore. But her vlogs are fun. I really enjoy her sprints as well, and the way that she wraps up books, and also her devotion to coffee, like mine. Yes. So if you definitely check out Brittany if you haven't checked her out. The third in my most watched booktubers was Chloe at Always Booked. I think, was it last year or 2 years ago that I found Chloe? I want to say I found her through probably Krista at Books and Jams, or yeah, probably in that little exchange. Chloe is very different from me. She is a mom of 4 littles, and she homeschools her kids. She lives in Kansas. I live in Georgia. She's in her 30s. I'm in my 40s. But we just connect. And when she started her Patreon group, I joined right away. I just wanted to know her better, know her, what she's interested in, and she is just a lot of fun. She can go on a rant. If she doesn't like a book, she'll rant, and I am here for it. I'm here for every rant she goes on. Even if I like the book, she cracks me up with her rants. So check out Chloe. Number 2 and number 1, they were a little surprising to me that they were 2 and 1. I would have thought they would have been flipped, but I kind of have a theory on this. And so we're going to talk about number 2 first, and that is Krista at Books and Jams. Krista was probably the first booktuber that I contacted. I want to say through email, or maybe I joined her Patreon. I mean, I am in her Patreon, but maybe that's how I got in touch with her. Krista and I have a lot of similarities. We're within a year of the same age. We're both single. We're both Christian. We currently both live alone. We did live each separately with a family member who had complex medical needs, and both have passed away. And so we do also share a connection with grief. And Krista is, I think, the only booktuber that I've actually met in person. I'll link that vlog below, but she was at a retreat off the coast, on the Georgia coast, in July. It was hot. That's what I remember. So it was probably July. And she and I decided to meet kind of halfway between where she needed to go stay on the road to go home to Virginia and from where I'm at in Atlanta. And we shared a meal and went to a bookstore and just had great fellowship that I felt like I already knew her, because I've been in her Patreon. I've been in she has bookish chats once a month with her besties, and that's what she calls her Patreon. And we don't read very similarly. I think probably our most in common author, I want to say, is going to be Janice Hallett. I don't know, Krista, correct me if I'm wrong. But we both enjoy middle grade. Not the same middle grade, but we do enjoy middle grade. So Krista, I thought would be number one that is most watched. However, if you don't know Krista, go check her out. Most people already know Krista because she is awesome and she has a large channel, and yeah. So the number one booktuber that I watch the most is Nicole at Noteworthy Fiction. And I think a lot of this has to do with Nicole does Monday sprints from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern time every Monday. I put her on in the background if I'm doing like work meetings and stuff like that. And she's just so fun to, you know, work for 50 minutes or an hour and then chat for 10 or 15 minutes with bookish people. And it's amazing that she is able to spend this time and create this community. And I've gotten to know more people through her sprints and in the comments. Nicole and I probably read, I don't know, a little bit similarly. Nicole definitely reads more classics, though she has kind of lit that fire in me again to revisit some classics and try some new ones. So I'm very excited about that. And she just reads a variety of things, and books that you probably haven't heard of, go to Nicole because she's got great recommendations as well. So that's my top 5 on booktubers I watch the most. I want to shout out a couple more because I'm sure that they were right there in the top 10. Becca at Becca Books and Bujo. I think I found her through Krista as well. And she has an amazing, I love it, TBR game. Deck of TBR is her game. And her and Chloe created a Deck of TBR-a-thon that they run once a year, twice a year, and that's a lot of fun as well. I am also in Becca's Patreon group, and she will host sprints. I think I just did them Friday night with her, and yeah, she's a lot of fun as well. And she shares my love of ice cream. Yeah, ice cream. I don't know that we have a lot in common other than our reading taste. She has 3 littles who I really just want to go and babysit because they just seem so fun. And her husband is a band director, teacher, and I was in the band for a little while. They just have a very sweet family. Our reading tastes are a little bit closer. I think she reads a little bit more romance than I do, but mostly, and fantasy. Fantasy and romance just aren't working for me lately. or at all, ever. Romance has a little bit, but fantasy, it's a struggle. And then Lori at Books, Ink, and Paper, I know that I found her through a reading retreat that was hosted by the Booktube besties. And Lori is in a similar profession that I'm in and lives in the South like I do. And she fosters dogs. I used to foster dogs. I don't really have the space to do that anymore. And our reading taste is probably very similar as well. Lori and I talk outside of Booktube, but that's where we met. And I really want to do a road trip just to go around and meet everybody. That would be so fun and take a lot of time, which I can't do until I retire, which is a long way away. So there are definitely a lot of booktubers that I want to catch up on. I have gotten behind on watching videos just in general, and so a couple of booktubers that I want to catch up on who have been great supports to me, just in commenting and watching videos, I think is a huge help for small booktubers, and a great way, I think, to get to know the community and make those connections. That's how I got involved. So Shannon at Pages and Prose, I think, is her channel. She likes horror, which I do too. I don't like body horror, so she's always good to, I'll comment on her videos and say, does this have body horror in it? So she's real good about pointing me in the right directions. Another I really need to catch up on, but we've connected through our shared experience as Spoonies, people with chronic illnesses that have limited energy and illnesses that every day impact us. And that's Emily at Novell Novels. She reads a lot more than I do. She reads pretty quickly, and she reads a lot more romance than I do, but I'm always looking to see what she recommends, because we have enjoyed some of the same. I know Elle McNichol is an author that she really likes, and one that I have some of their books and I really want to read them soon. A couple other shout outs to ones that I would like to catch up on is Callie at Kapowski Reads. She does great vlogs and reads books. She reads her library books when she gets them. Oh my goodness. I wish I could do that. I wish I did that. And then Leslie at Books, Gurs, and Purrs. She is really great about reading diverse, from diverse authors, and she has adorable cats. And then Margaret Pinyard, who I am just getting to know. I think we connected through Leslie or something similar, maybe Leslie Sprints or something. But I would love to catch up on her channel as well. She is a writer, and I am really trying to make space for writing again, and hasn't been going great yet, but that's okay. We're gonna still get there. That was a big long video of just some of my favorite booktubers. I will also be coming to you at some point in Vlogmas with my non-bookish favorite YouTubers. They're not as wide, or as many, I should say, because I mostly watch booktube videos, but there are a few. So be sure you're subscribed so you'll see that video as well. I hope you're doing well. Let me know in the comments below some of your favorite booktubers so we can share and spread the love. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow with another Vlogmas video.